Hi, it's Vic. Welcome back to my channel, and today I'm going to be showing you how I made this fun monster birthday pop-up card. So what I have here, I have a 6x6 card blank, and then I have a piece of white card with the measurements on screen. So I've just trimmed that down, and then I'm going to go ahead and score this in the middle, and this piece that we're scoring is going to pop inside the 6x6 card. And I'm also going to show you how I actually made the little pop-up inserts. So I've just gone ahead, scored that at 578 inches, and then you can see here that that will fit nicely inside that 6x6 card blank. So now I'm taking that insert and I folded that in half at the score line, and I'm going to use a pen, you can use a pencil, and I'm going to score that at 1 inch and then at 1.5 inches, and then I'm going to move on to 2.5 inches to 3 inches, and then I'm going to do one more, and this one is going to be at 4 inches to 4.5 inches. So I've got 3 little marks there, and then I'm going to go ahead and using my paper trimmer, I'm just going to trim each of these edges, as you'll see here. So these will make our little pop-up pieces that will make our little monsters pop up inside of the card. So I'm not scoring, you don't want to score too far down because it will bring your pop-up piece further out. So I've just gone ahead and I'm doing different lengths so that the monsters can stand at different lengths apart once your card is open. So I'm just pulling them towards me, and then I'm folding the card in half, and now we have our little pop-up pieces that's going to make your images pop up. Now, as this is a pop-up card, I wanted the inside to be nice and bright, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm using some Distress Oxide inks. So the first one I've gone in with is Worn Lipstick, and then I have Squeezed Lemonade and Scattered Straw. So I've added the pink to the top, I'm going to be doing the yellow in the middle, and then I'm going to bring in some orange at the bottom. So I'm going to be using Spiced Marmalade. Again, this is the oxide ink, and these always look very chalky when you're blending, but once you've finished blending and you give it a minute to dry, it just looks beautiful. So once all my ink's applied and I've given it a minute to dry, I'm going to go ahead and add some water splatters. So I've just got some water and a paintbrush. I'm going to make some little droplets onto my card, and then I have an old rag. I'm just going to go ahead and place this over the top, and this will pick up the pieces of extra water, and then you can see how that oxide ink works really well for this. And then I also have Barn Door, which I've mixed with a bit of water again to make some little splatters of red, because I want this really bright and fun for when they open up their birthday card. And I'm going ahead and using 2 different stamp sets today. I've got the rubber stamp, which is from All of Us, and I'll be using the greetings from this one, and then I have the Monster Birthday clear stamp set, and these images are just so cute. So my rubber stamp is still all together, and because I only want the greetings, I'm just going to go ahead and cut out the greetings that I want. And this is one of my favourite stamp sets. I love the happy birthday. It just makes me smile when I read it because it's such a nice greeting. And then I'm also going to be using the greeting that says from All of Us. So I have my Misti stamping platform. I'm going to be stamping these greetings twice, which is why I've bought in my Misti. And if you don't use a Misti, it's fine. I think you'd be fine just to stamp it once and you should be okay, but I wanted my ink to be really nice and crisp, so this is why I've bought the Misti in. So I'm just going ahead and I'm popping that onto my Misti. I'm using Memento Tuxedo Black ink. I'm going to pop the ink onto my stamp and then press this down, and then I'm going to repeat, and you'll see that it's fine the first time, but I wanted it to be really black, so I'm going to go ahead and stamp that again, and you can see that it's come out a bit more darker, which is the look that I wanted. So now I'm moving on to the bottom part of the card. So I've placed my magnets on, and I have that greeting that says "From all of us." So again, I'm using my Memento Tuxedo black ink, and I'm going to double stamp this to make sure that it's nice and bright and crisp. So once my stamping's complete, I'm going to go ahead and start my Copic colouring. So I have the 3 monsters. I've got all the Copics listed next to each monster. I'm going to pop on some music and I hope you enjoy the colouring. So now all my colouring is done and I've gone ahead and cut out these images. I'm just using some PVA glue and I'm placing it just on the part where the monsters are going to stick. So I've only used a tiny bit of glue as well because PVA is pretty strong, you only need a little bit. And then I'm just going to add my final little monster, and then once he's been glued down, I'm going to pop this into my card insert. So I've gone ahead and I've used double-sided tape to adhere this inside of my card. You can use PVA glue too if you want to. So I also went ahead and I've trimmed out a piece of white card that's a little bit smaller than a 6x6, and I've gone ahead and using them yellow inks that I've used for my insert, I've gone ahead and added some inks to this. I didn't include this in the video because you've seen me ink blend, so I'm going to go ahead and use some pop-up 3D foam pads and I'm going to pop this onto my card front. And then I've also pulled out this skinny letters die, so I've gone ahead and using some pink foam, I've die cut this and I've just die cut the words happy birthday, and I'm going to go ahead and adhere this down with some PVA glue, and then I'm going to wait for that to dry, and then once that's dry the card's complete. So I hope you enjoyed the video tutorial today. Let me know if you did, and I'd love to have you join me by subscribing if you haven't already. And thank you so much. See you soon. Take care. Bye.